Hi, I'm Adam Cahill, the co-media director here at Hill Holiday. We are on day 3 of FutureM. I'm joined by Jeff Bussgang. Jeff is a general partner at Flybridge Capital Partners. Jeff, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks for having me.
Good. So we just came off a spirited discussion, and I'm on the agency side of the business. Agencies get to think and predict what's going to happen next, which emerging trends are going to stick. You're in a much different business. You actually do the same, but then make bets. Just would love to hear your thoughts on what the next 1 to 3 years look like from your point of view, where you see growth, and what you're excited about.
Sure. Well, the trends are terrifically exciting for investors, particularly investors in the internet and advertising space. I mean, the dollars are shifting finally from traditional media to digital media. Technology and data is finally impacting it in a mainstream way. Mm-hmm. Mobile is finally becoming mainstream. Mm-hmm. Every year used to be the year of mobile. It looks like finally 2010, 2011, mobile is really a mainstream medium. Mm-hmm. And so those of us who invest in those areas, in advertising technology, in media, and in internet and mobile, like Flybridge Capital does, mm-hmm. see a lot of terrific opportunities for mm-hmm. investments.
One of the things I feel like agencies almost have to become like VCs in the sense of we have to pick partners that we're going to really commit to. We don't. It's not a financial commitment, but it's where we make our own bets. What advice would you give us about how to evaluate the kinds of people that you make those big strategic choices about doing business with? As
an agency thinking about picking technology companies to work with, you want to look at the management team and mm-hmm. the backers, not mm-hmm. just the technology. You mm-hmm. want to make sure they're going to be around for the next few years. Mm-hmm. That's what the backers will tell you. And whether they can execute on the big vision, which is yep. what the management team evaluation can tell yep. you. When we look at companies, we evaluate management teams very critically. But foremost, if we find a management team that can execute on the big vision, mm-hmm. we get that much more excited.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little bit about Boston. So FutureM, great event for the city. It feels like as media and advertising becomes more technology driven, that Boston's place in the industry ought to rise. Your thoughts on that? Are you seeing that happening? Is that something we need to make happen?
I think Boston's place in this transformation of media and advertising by technology is extremely positive, and I don't think anybody needs to do anything mm-hmm. other than follow the entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. I mean, venture capitalists are notorious for following the entrepreneurs, and mm-hmm. great entrepreneurs will lead us to big opportunities. Mm-hmm. And the great technology entrepreneurs today are looking at this massive $600 billion advertising industry and mm-hmm. this massive media market and this massive mobile industry and saying, I see big opportunities there, I'm going to go after it. And so that's what is so exciting for investors and investors in the East Coast, because Boston, as you said, is extremely well positioned. Mm-hmm. We've had 4 mobile companies sell for more than $100 million. We've had some of the best internet advertising and e-commerce technology companies emerge out of this community. So we've got a terrifically strong position.
Jeff, thanks very much for moderating our panel today and taking the time to join me for some follow-up questions. It was great to hear your perspective. Clearly such a leader in the space, and I really appreciate it. And thank you all very much for joining us as well.